This is Auteur and welcome to another vinyl recommendation video. Today I'm going to be doing a user requested review for Real Bad Man on High Alert Volume 4. And all throughout the year of 2022, if you comment an album that you want me to review in any ALA recommendation video, I might review it. So, Real Bad Man isn't a group I was super familiar with, so I had to do some research on them. And I noticed I had listened to Big Bad Boldy previously, which is one of their projects. Boldy James is a rapper I really like. They also have done some merch for Alchemist, and I think that's how Real Bad Man started, as kind of an art collective that does merch, founded by Adam Wiseman and Noah Butkus. And they kind of started making beats and then started putting out projects with underground rappers. And they've worked with some pretty notable names. On their first project, what stood out was like Rock Marcy, Kool Keith, Flea Lord, and Pink Sifu. And I went back and I listened to their older discography, like on High Alert Volume 1 through 3. And that stuff was okay. Nothing really stood out. So the review for Volume 4, it's kind of just some classic boom bap. I definitely liked the project. But I wouldn't say they have anything that really stands out directly for them that sets them apart from other producers. What I like was kind of the subtle chords in the background of the beats, like a lot of cool guitar riffs. It was really clean and well-produced boom bap, but it's kind of had a classic sound. I'm just going to go through the tracks. The features on Volume 4 are amazing, by the way. Stove God Cooks, Riggs, and Rome Streetz are three of my favorite up-and-coming rappers. Stove God Cooks has been in the game for a while, but Riggs and Rome Streetz are younger. And Rock Marciano's also on Volume 4, and that's a great group of rappers to make a project with, so I really like the features on here. It starts out with Back on One. Rock Marcy and Mayhem Lauren work really well together. I like this track, just a clean beat. Goes into Pot of Gold, and Stove God Cooks ends this track. And you gotta put him on the end because he just shows out. I think this track really shows why Rock Marcy didn't really need to feature on Reasonable Drought. Stove God Cooks just brings so much energy. I don't think their voices really match up. Not that Rock Marcy isn't a good rapper, but his energy doesn't really match up with Stove God Cooks on a track. Into Big Boy Deli, this had some of my favorite lines. Like the stuff about pumping fire, and Rome Streetz seems like he's talking shit about a specific person. So I kind of like that. Rome Streetz always brings amazing energy. This is probably one of my favorite tracks on the album. Stuck in Our Ways, Riggs always kills it. This is probably my favorite song on the album. This and Big Boy Deli are the two standouts. Belong on Boats, Willie the Kid and Capadonna. This is one of the more forgettable tracks. It just has this booming bass that almost just cuts right through the room. So that's kind of cool. Game Don't Stop. I liked the weird vocal stuff they did in the intro, and then it kind of underlays throughout the track. I think they use a lot of side chaining or something. There's some weird ducking going on throughout the album. And this one, it almost seems like they're side chaining it to that vocal sample, but I don't know. Live It Up. I'm not really familiar with these rappers, so this was kind of my first impression. I kind of was familiar with all the other rappers on this project. Masta Ace had really good flow. Maxo, I could understand what he was saying. I just think he needs a little bit more pattern to it. It seemed like his delivery was a little underwhelming, but I can see some potential there. And I don't know how to pronounce this name, but Sackle Pages. He kind of sounds like Earl, but he's still dope. But like his delivery, his voice, everything kind of remind me of Earl with Sackle Pages. Still dope, still had a good bar. Like, honestly, one of the best lines and verses on the whole album, but it just reminded me so much of Earl. I like how they chop their vocal samples up into pieces, like 3 parts sometimes. It creates a cool, like, rhythm and progression. And I'll definitely keep an eye out on stuff they do in the future. It was a cool project, kind of just chill stoner boom bap with a good lineup of features. I'd almost say I'm underwhelmed by what these rappers brought on this project. I would think that they would have brought more heat, but it seems like it's honestly like some chill, laid back mixtape style rap. I mean, obviously, but Yeah, it's a good project. Thanks for the recommendation. I can't believe something with so many of my favorite rappers just went completely under my radar. But yeah, classic, solid boom bap. Nothing bad to say about Real Bad Man.